What's going on, guys? Healy here, and the first gameplay patch is finally here. It's going to get released in just over 3 hours. If you're watching this before 3 a.m. Pacific time or 6 a.m. Eastern time, the patch isn't here just yet. But if you are watching it after, this is what changes have been made for MLB The Show 19, the first gameplay patch of 2019, and it should be a big one. Before we get into it, you guys do play a few games with the new patch. Let me know how it goes. Make sure you play a few, not just one game, and then give me your thoughts right off the bat. Make sure you play a couple, because we all know this patch looks great. It should be great. There might be more problems that arise, or if there are other issues, just let me know in the comments section down below what you guys think, so that I can pass this info on to SDS for the next patch. But the main focus of this video is this current gameplay patch. The first thing, diamond fielders will no longer make errors on routine ground balls. You are seeing Matt Chapman, Joe Morgan, Manny Machado, he just got diamond fielding, Francisco Lindor making these dumb errors on ground balls that were hit like 80 miles per hour. I'm not sure if that's what they mean by routine. Balls hit less than 80 miles per hour. Those balls were so frustrating to mess up, but routine, whatever they consider routine, should be easy ground balls. Diamond fielders will no longer make them. They can still make errors, just not on the routine setup low catches. So they aren't immune to errors of all sorts. They just can't make them on the routine. Fix an issue with player behavior near walls that is preventing fielders from branching to catch animations. This is addressing where you would get close to a wall and your guy would just not lock in. I only had this happen to me like once or twice, maybe 3 times, but that was very early on. I learned very quickly not to get near the wall at all. If I needed to catch the ball near the wall, I would make sure to get to that spot at the last second to prevent this from happening. I've seen people complain about this a lot, where people weren't locking in, and I didn't see it as much. I don't know what they were doing, or I just had good luck, but this should address it. Identified and addressed an issue where an incorrect difficulty level was set in player lock moments. I thought I was going crazy when I was playing these moments, like the Tyler Glasnow, Chris Paddock, these pitching ones, maybe even some of the hitting ones, where I wasn't striking out guys. I was playing on veteran or all-star. That's what the mission said. And I was not striking out guys at all. The pitchers were the hardest people to strike out. The pitchers. But I don't know what difficulty they were set to. I don't know if it was set to your difficulty that you had set. I play on Legend. So I might have been playing on Legend difficulty when this was happening. I don't know. But they addressed it. And hopefully I can complete these pretty easily, because I should not be struggling to strike out some guys on veteran difficulty. Fix an issue where the catcher would not react to a steal from third to home if the batter attempted and missed a bunt with bases loaded. This one I've seen quite a bit. If you had bases loaded, you put down the bunt with 2 strikes. If it was a foul ball, you got a run. I don't know how, but the game pretty much gave you a run. Everyone advanced, and it was so bogus. But that one has been adjusted, or addressed, my bad. Adjustments made to fielder urgency on knee down throws to first. So this is when the ball's in the dirt. The catcher would end up throwing the ball to first base. There'd be like a little delay, or maybe the first baseman actually goes to the base. That would be cool. Most of the time, the first baseman just stands 5 feet off the bag. The matchmaking window now does not include rating mod, allowing users to control whether they match within divisions. /difficulty windows they prefer. This one was a big one. Rating mod, it was a cool concept. It didn't work though. This year, where you have Legend, Hall of Fame, All-Star, all within a short span of points, it was super hard to make sure that you got got a guaranteed matchup within the division and difficulty that you wanted. When playing in Hall of Fame difficulty, you did not want to play All-Star. When playing on Legend difficulty, you don't want to play All-Star. So with the rating mod and everyone's rating in a different spot, they just made it simple. They removed rating mod. So now you can end the bar at, if you want to play only Hall of Fame and above, you can end it at 700 and just leave it there. You will no longer get matched up with these guys on All-Star, play on All-Star, and then end up losing a bunch of points because they have a beast team in the rating mod, put them in the same section or same area that you were searching in when you didn't want that to happen. Fixed an issue where middle infielders in extreme shift were not fielding batted balls they should have. Slightly reduced timing window for hitting, which increases the frequency of strikeouts and late counts. This was a very frustrating thing that was happening. Go watch my video from today, or I should say yesterday, my most recent gameplay with Frank Thomas debut. I threw a ball in the dirt. My opponent was very early, and he somehow fouled it off. The ball was in the dirt like 5 feet in front very early, and he fouled it off. That shouldn't happen. So there should be more strikeouts and less people fouling off stupid stuff. Further reduced timing windows for pitchers when hitting. Pitchers, best hitters in the game. That should reduce that. In Diamond Dynasty mode or games, the guaranteed lineout region is slightly reduced to account for higher caliber teams in this mode. This is what's addressing the high lineout frequencies. In terms, I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I really hope this addresses it. If you do play a few games, please let me know how it feels. But this is the fix that they came up with so you don't line out as much. Sack bunts and drag bunts are slightly easier to put in play. If you watched 2 videos ago, I tried putting down a bunt with a guy who had 70-plus bunt, and he looked clueless out there. So that should be easier, especially with pitchers. Moments with multiple game series will now reset correctly after the first failure. I didn't know what that was, but glad they fixed it. Player no longer clip through the stadium walls when attempting to rob a foul ball. Never really experienced that. Glad they fixed it. Fixed an issue where incorrect XP bonuses were applied to users who quit games online. I guess they're getting XP bonuses when they shouldn't have. Fixed an issue where program stars were not being not being awarded when the winning user would exit a game. I guess you're losing out on program stars. That's pretty dumb, but that's fixed. Fixed an issue where the catcher would throw to the pitcher instead of running and tagging the runner himself after a wild pitch. Don't really understand when that would happen, but glad they fixed it. Moments will no longer overwrite user settings. A hot, cold zone, strike zone, all that jazz. I guess those overriding settings no longer happen. For franchise, fix the soft lock in franchise and March to October when pinch hitting for the DH, followed by a pinch hitting for the pitcher. You would get frozen, and they fixed that. The auto switch in franchise trades menu now works. I guess it didn't work, and now it does. Fixed an issue within franchise where player lock moments would deactivate with critical situations set to on. There you go. Fix the soft lock that would happen after rapidly entering quick manage from the launch pad in franchise mode. That will no longer happen. I saw K-Nasty tweet about it. There you go, K-Nasty. Should be fixed. Let me know. Road to the show. Dynamic difficulty now progresses faster during Road to the show hitting and relief pitching. I don't play on dynamic for Road to the show, but if you do, let me know if it feels faster. I'd like to know. Fix an issue where the user would not see failed boss battle notifications, Road to the show. I definitely noticed that. Thank you for fixing it. Changes and corrections, several challenges, Road to the show. All right, we'll have to see what happens with that. Miscellaneous. Addressed an issue that caused frame rate slowdown in certain MLB stadiums. You should be able to play in MLB stadiums now, guys. I am happy about that because I'm excited to play in some MLB stadiums where there's fans, there's cool scenery, all that jazz. Minor league stadiums are cool, but after a while, they do get kind of boring. And I want to play in Wrigley some games, so we will be doing that. Fix the issue where users would get stuck in the pregame lineup menu. It happened when you play BR, ranked seasons, and you would end up getting a loss. Glad they fixed that. Stats will now track correctly on the ranked seasons landing page. Congrats. Corrections made to the handbook regarding information on free agency within franchise mode. Congrats. Fix an issue where incorrect player levels were displayed in Challenge of the Week. Miscellaneous under the title. Cool. Stance socks will now show when equipped as a visiting team. Cool. Bat will no longer float in midair when certain players hit a no-doubt home run. Cool. Various timing adjustments made in the front end UI to prevent soft locks or odd menu behaviors. Thank you. This is an interesting one. Adjusted various players' batting stances and or pitching deliveries. Joey Gallo and Cliff Lee. So Joey Gallo is going to get a new stance. Cliff Lee is going to get a new motion. I don't know how many players are getting tweaked total. I don't know if they did this in 18, but it's definitely cool that they're doing it in 19. It'll be interesting to see what Joey Gallo has now as a stance. Drums from the crowd and progressive will now be heard when runners are in scoring position. Commentary has been fixed in regards to home and away bullpens at Great American Ballpark. Minor bug fixes, typos, and text being adjusted. You can now page backwards in the playlist editor. Updated panels. Marlins ballpark got changed. There's new dugout roof colors, missing collision areas, outfield deck area colors, logos, all that jazz. There's a new logo in the backstop at T-Mobile Park. Users will no longer see their own XP level when viewing other people. Starters and relievers now display their correct position within the Play Now live rosters. Bat skins unlocked through Conquest rewards are now able to be equipped immediately. All right, and missions in the DD panel will now correctly reflect on the amount of time remaining. So that's all for this update or patch notes. Let me know you guys' thoughts, initial thoughts. And if you do play, like I said, play a few games, let me know how the patch feels in the comment section down below. I'm really hoping this is cool. I know everyone's else been waiting. It's almost been 2 months since the game's come out. And yeah, that's all the info on this patch. If you guys are new, make sure you leave a like, subscribe down below. This is Healy, and I'm out. Peace.